The princess and the longest hair, far away, in a kingdom where rivers sparkled like silver ribbons and hills bloomed with flowers all year round. There lived a princess named Amira. She was known throughout the land for one extraordinary thing, her hair. It was the longest anyone had ever seen, flowing like a river of black silk down the palace steps, across the courtyard, and almost reaching the garden gates. The people marveled at it. "Surely her hair holds magic," they whispered. Children tried to guess how many braids it could make, while noble ladies sighed in envy. But though everyone admired her, Amira herself often sighed. "What good is hair this long?" she thought. "It is heavy, hard to care for, and keeps me from running or climbing like other girls." Her maids brushed it for hours each morning, and at festivals, her hair had to be carried by attendants so it would not drag on the ground. The king, her father, often said, "Amira, your hair is your crown. Treat it with pride." Yet deep down, the princess longed to be known for her heart, not just her hair. One summer, a great drought struck the kingdom. The rivers shrank, fields cracked, and wells ran dry. The people grew worried, for no rain had come in many weeks. The king sent riders to search for water, but they returned with little hope. The royal court gathered in distress. An old traveler stepped forward, his robes dusty from the road. "Majesty," he said, "far beyond the forest lies a hidden spring. Its waters never dry, even in the fiercest drought. But the path to it is twisted with thorns and brambles. None who go unprepared can reach it." The king turned to his knights, but each hesitated. The forest was wild, and the thorns could tear even the strongest armor. Amira, listening quietly, felt her heart stir. "Perhaps my hair, which everyone sees as a burden, could be of use." That night, she made her decision. While the castle slept, she braided her long hair into a thick rope and wrapped it around her shoulders. She carried a flask and a lantern, then slipped out into the moonlit forest. The path was dark and the branches scratched her arms, but Amira pressed on. When the thorns grew too thick, she unwound part of her braid and laid it across the sharp brambles, making a path for her feet. Her hair, heavy as it was, now shielded her from harm. Deeper in the forest, she heard a cry. A bird was caught in a thorn bush, its wings trapped. Amira carefully freed it, though her hands bled. The bird fluttered onto her shoulder and whispered, "Kind princess, I will guide you." With the bird leading, she walked until the ground grew steep. The spring was near, but the rocks were slippery. Amira uncoiled another length of her hair and tied it around a sturdy tree, using it as a rope to climb down safely. At last, she reached the hidden spring. Its water sparkled like liquid crystal, clear and endless. Amira filled her flask and whispered, "This water will save my people." The bird sang joyfully, and the forest seemed to bow in silence. When she returned to the kingdom at dawn, the people were astonished. She poured the spring water into the dry well, and to everyone's amazement, the water spread and flowed, filling rivers and fields again. Crops revived, children laughed, and the land rejoiced. The king embraced her with tears in his eyes. "My daughter, you have saved us all. I always thought your hair was your beauty, but now I see it was your courage and heart that shone brightest." From that day on, the princess was no longer praised only for her hair. Instead, she was remembered as Amira the Brave, who used her gift not for vanity, but for kindness and wisdom. And though her hair still flowed like a river of silk, it was no longer her burden, it was her strength. Moral: true worth lies not in beauty or appearance, but in how we use our gifts to help others. Princess Amira's hair was admired for its length, but her courage and kindness made her truly